to take him out of that game. I really thought 2 innings, whether batting order was coming through, because Grimm's also a good matchup. So I was going to turn over to Grimmer, and I'm saying, my goodness, I mean, he threw like 20 pitches after 2 innings. And the other part is, too, you don't want to lose him for the rest of the series because he could be very effective against this lineup. So you have all these different thoughts floating in your head, and he was so pitchy efficient, he permitted us to do what we did. That comes down to that pure and simple. 4 innings, what was it, 43 pitches in 4 innings. He permitted us to do that. He was spectacular.
He really has redefined his career, hasn't he, at a point where it could have gone the other way.
Well, I mean, again, I just came in last year, and as a starter, you know, he had some really good outings, but as a relief pitcher, I think he could pitch for the next 10 years as a left-handed relief pitcher. He's such a good athlete. He gets right-handers out also. He does so many things well, and he's starting to stride right now. He started slowly this year. He does more hop on the fastball right now than there had been earlier in the year, and I think that's carrying him a lot better with that, his confidence. And I also believe what he did coming out of the bullpen set it up for the rest of the bullpen. The rest of the guys came in and really were kind of very efficient because they saw Travis go out there and do it. So then here comes Grimmer, and here comes Strophe, and here comes Ronnie. They all were really, really efficient. Good pitches, good location, good stuff. The Travis set the tone for the bullpen.
How worried are you with Jason's?
Not really. We were talking afterwards. It seems to have just been a cramp. We just couldn't wait for it to settle down. You just don't know in that particular moment if it is a cramp. We thought it was a cramp, but you just can't stand up for 15 minutes and wait for it to resolve, whatever. So we had to move it along at that point. At this particular moment, we think he's going to be fine for his next start.
That's kind of a moment where second 2 innings in, it's kind of an uh-oh moment that kind of just went your way.
That's what I'm saying. That's why Travis, what he did, I mean, he really kept the bullpen defined well for tomorrow. Now you got Jake tomorrow, you got Johnny the next day, but he still permitted the bullpen to be defined tomorrow in a good way. Travis, it is. You don't see that, man. That was a combination of the number of innings, number of pitches, and how 12 in a row? 12 in a row. I mean, that's not bad.
I'm guessing he was only upset when he didn't get another at bat.
Yeah, I mean, he had a good hat, hit it straight up, but look at his knob. He still has, I mean, I don't even know if this guy ever takes batting practice, or when he does, but he still has a good swing.
So, you ever allow yourself to think how many ways this team can beat an opponent? Have you ever had a team like that?
Honestly, I have not really thought of it in those terms. I look out, and I'll tell you, I like obviously the pitching, and I look at the pitching and the defense first always. I know we've hit, love our offense, but today was a real classic example. You're playing a good team to be able to pitch and play defense also. We're able to do that. You look where Dexter's can't play today, and then you throw Zoe out there, big knock as a leadoff hitter, and you put Bias at second base, great play in the ball game, puts down a nice bunt, which really created some havoc among them. David Ross, finding out of youth, man, lots of daily Ross. I mean, it's just incredible what he's doing out there. And give them all credit. Jason played a nice center field today. When somebody's unable to play, I feel very good about you out there. I do.
So we talked about this before, but Memorial Day, maybe the nicest day of the year, and the crowd and the atmosphere at the end, it had to be something.
It is. It's you know, it was all of that, but it's almost like that all the time. It doesn't matter if it's Memorial Day or not. Our people are here all the time. Our fans are here all the time. And it always feels like it felt today. It just happened to be a holiday, and I'm sure the people in the stands really got into the spirit. So I always feel that way. It's a unique baseball venue atmosphere situation.
You talk about defense on that one blue hit that they had.
Yeah.
Was it just like perfect placement? Was the sun a factor at all? Or
It was kind of like the pop-up to right field the other day that fell on Kyle. So I had to go a long way. I think also the wind kind of pushed it back to the infield, which I think Jason really was kind of like fooled by that, just a click. I think Hobby could have gotten to it, but again, not an easy play. The sun was a factor, and I think it got pushed back, yes.
We were asking, you know, what you've seen before, 7 perfect innings out of the bullpen, 5 different pitchers, or 4 different pitchers. Yeah. You ever did that in Tampa Bay?
I'm sure. I have no idea. You know, I'm sure we did something like that. It's just, I don't think it's never happened before. Just like I said, I think it's truly Travis Wood's day. I mean, he set that whole game up period. There's no, and those had a big knot, we made some plays, get a run on the slow roller, and that's another good base running play by Zobrist when he scored on the slow roller by Hayward. So you got Zoe, and then you got, I still got to give credit to Travis. He was just hanging out in the dugout. I went out to the mound, I'm talking to the Hammer just to find out what's going on. And when I looked in the dugout, and I saw him, and I pointed at him, he said, "Ian," I said, "Yeah, let's go." And that's how his day began. His first pitch was 86, then 87, then 88, then 89, and finally 90 about the fifth pitch.
I was just gonna say, whether it's this or any other factors, is he your guy if you need that spot starter or whatever, you get back Hamlet, one more starter?
Not necessarily, it could be Cahill too. You know, Cahill's been stretched out pretty well also. So one of the two, just probably depend on who you're facing and what that team presents.
You had to be a little nervous over Hamlet, they weren't down.
Yeah, I saw him warming up and I saw the grabbing of the leg and I'm like, oh, I mean, I immediately thought of last year the calf. You know, so I'm thinking calf, and then I see he's doing the stretch thing, and when I went out there, I asked him, hamstring, he said, yeah. He said, but I think it's a cramp, and he was right. PJ came out, he said he felt it release a little bit, but not to the point where he felt comfortable with him pitching. And when a guy hurts his leg, a pitcher hurts his leg, the next is to hurt your arm as you're trying to throw, so you had to get him out of there.
Memorial Day is sort of the season's first benchmark. Is there anything you're concerned about?
I don't mean to sound pretentious, but I'm not right now. You know, health. I mean, you're always concerned about health and being proactive, giving guys days off, making sure people get their rest. That would be a really good line of communication among all of us. That'd be the biggest thing right now. Is just to get guys appropriate rest and somehow stay healthy. Yeah.